Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Crafts Her Way by Devin Seward. And today we've been off for a little bit because we've been sick, but I am back and ready to fire up a good day. And so we are going to be making some Christmas ornaments, some Halloween ornaments, some snowflakes, some snow frogs, frogs, some turtles, some butterflies, and we are also going to be finishing off an order for Deborah, and then we have an order of the little turtle shakers to get done, and we're going to be trying some new experiments today. So if you're ready, let's get started. First, we're going to mix up some mix. So we're going to put our UV resins together. This one is A. We're going to pour it up to 3. We have a lot to pour today. There we have it. And then we're going to take our bead, and we're using a Total Bow Artist Resin, which cures within 5 hours. It's really good. And we're going to take her on up to the top. And there you have it. Lots of fun for the day. Okay, popsicle sticks. And would you believe I didn't put my big ones out? I had to figure out what I did with them. Fun, fun, fun. Huh. Okay. Only 1 minute, guys. Sorry about that. Now we got them. Okay, and we're just going to reach down in here and stir this up really good because its cup is very full. That is a little very, very full. I think we'll split it. Give me 1 second, y'all. There we go. Take some of that out so I can stir it in. Sorry about that. Make a mess of my nice clean desk already. Okay. And we'll stir this one up real quick. And pour some more in there. The good thing about this one is it doesn't really leave a lot of bubbles, and it rises. The bubbles rise to the top when you're done stirring it. And I don't really kiln it because it dries within 5 hours and it dries good. And so I haven't really had any trouble out of it yet. I'll let that one sit. We'll stir this one up. Alrighty. Grab a wipe here and get it out with these gloves. My gloves get all sticky already. Alrighty. All that residue off of there. Nice and clean gloves. Okay. We're going to start with this one, and we're just going to pour into our small cups enough. Okay. Now first we're going to top off our snowman, because we made him the other day and we didn't quite get him finished yet, so we're just going to top him off and take our stick. Then we're going to top off our heart that we made the other day for Deborah. And let that one sit. We're going to move these over here so they can cure. Get the snowman out of the way. Okay, that's done. All right. Now we're going to add some color, but first we're going to do these little guys up, and I'm going to kind of make them look like a shaker, but they're not going to be a shaker. But I wanted to make them, to decorate them a little bit like a shaker, so we're just going to put some little pumpkins and ghosts in there. And we're going to put some orange glitter in here. Got a little bit of an orangey background to it in my little poker. And this one too. I kind of got to poke them out because it all like gets static electricity in there. It doesn't want to come out. Maybe a few more in that one. Alrighty. And we're going to use some of these little orange stars. We don't want them to shake or to cure to the top, so we're going to take our clear and we're going to pour over top of them. There's one. There's two. Little messy today, guys. I got shakes. Don't mind me. Trying to get better. I always hate the sound of the cup when you're scratching all the stuff out of it. But getting all that last resin out of there is really a fun thing to do because then you don't waste none at all. We don't want to waste it. It costs too much money. But it is the most fun project I've ever done. I love resin. Okay, so these are not really shakers, but they're going to be like a shaker. So we're going to move these over here to cure. Get those out of our way. I got a mess going on over here, guys. Give me a second. Let me have that. Okay, sorry about that. All right, now we're going to go for our snowflake. And so for our snowflake, we're going to put in I'm going to put some of these in here. We're going to add just a drop of blue. And we're going to stir that in really good. All right, and once we get that stirred in really good, we're going to go ahead and pour her into the snowflake. Nice, even. Take this and just kind of swish it up on top of that button. That way it gets down inside there. Sometimes you can take your little poker and just kind of run it around the handle piece. You want that to cure really good around there. And then top it off. I just top it off a little, and I'm going to set that over here to cure. Okay, and then our leftover snowflakes, we're going to put in here. We're going to make some snow turtles, some little bitty ones. And I just kind of dump them. That one might be a little too runny. Take my knife here, scoop it out and bring it down. Clean that up a little bit. Sorry about the shakes, guys. I get like that when I get sick once in a while. Okay. Now next. Hit my thing here. All right, now we got Santa. Move you guys up there. And Santa here is like a sticker. And I just peel the little backing off of him. And I'm going to stick him down in there. Okay, and then we're going to take some of the green glitters. Get them open here. We're just going to sprinkle a few green glitter in there, just like that. And we're going to just push it around. I don't want it to really cover his face up, so we're just putting a little. And then I'm going to take some green shaker, like flakes, and put them in there. And last but least, we're going to add a little more green around the outside edge. And then just a little bit of red. And I'll just wiggle that all off of there. Brush it away from his face so much so it's not completely covering him. Okay? And then we're going to just pour it in, just like we did the last one. There you have it. We're going to slide Santa up there so he can dry. Put that down in there with that other. Okay. And then next, guys, we're going to go ahead and pour our turtle shaker that we have to do. I'll wipe him out real quick first. Get the glitter out of there. I don't really want all that glitter in there. Oops. There you go. Okay, I think we are going to make him, we have an order for neon colors. And so we're going to start those. We're going to make this little guy green. So we're going to pop this open. Squirt some green in there. And 1 second. We're going to add a little bit of green glitter to that. Not too much. And then we are going to stir her up. Okay, and then we're just going to pinch it and pour it in. Oh, hold on a minute. There's a piece of glitter. Alrighty. We'll set her there to cure. Then we will take our plane and we'll pour our little cap. That's what you do not want to do, is overfill them, because then it's so much more cleanup, and when it's hard, it breaks it. Okay, perfect. And I'll set that one up. Alrighty. And we're going to pour a couple of the green turtles in. Whoops. He was just a little overfilled. Whoops. That's not what we want to do, guys. You don't want a messy turtle. Me and tiny things just do not get along. I shake, and so trying to pour the itty bitty thing, sometimes I shake too much and shake it all over. Okay, we're going to stop about with this one here. There we go. And I'll save a little bit of that green. Okay. Now, I'm going to give my froggy some eyeballs, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, and we're back. So now we're going to start with the rest of the green that we had. We're going to pour that in the bottom. Make my little stir stick here. Scraping that one all out. Okay. Now we are going to add some blue and some purple. And the blue, and I'm just using acrylic craft paint. Purple. And then a couple little sticks here. We're going to stir this one in really good. All right, and then we want to stir this one in really good. Look at that. Isn't that so pretty? That is so pretty. Really pretty purple. If I don't stir it all out of the cup. Okay, so that is really pretty. And this blue is really pretty too. Okay, so I'm going to scratch these off for a minute and lay them down. I love this little thing. It's a rubber seal. It catches all the... Okay. Pour in the blue. Pour in the purple. Oh, pour in the blue. Pour in the purple. Pour in the blue. Pour in the purple. All right, now we're going to scrape them in there. Getting that on there nice and neat on the top. And then we're going to take the purple and clean it out and put it in there. And I might bring a little bit up into a toe or so, just kind of like this, because I'm going to be using a different color for my toe. There we go. Alrighty. Now, we're going to add some more out of our cup. And then we are going to add, I think I want to do the green again on top. All right. And get my stir stick. And we're just going to stir that green in really good. It's nice and pretty green too. It's very light. All right, and then we're just going to pour the green in and top it off with the green, going up into the toes. And just take your Q-tip. You want to make sure you get enough of toothpick, popsicle stick. Up, not like that, guys. Not like that. I missed it. But it's all right. We'll clean it up. Okay, and then a little bit in this one. Not my day. I told you I got shake still. I had hives from an allergic reaction, so it's terrible. Get these little toes here. Okay. Messy, messy job. All right, I'm going to move him over here so he can cure flat since we overfilled him. All right. Just wipe this up real fast. I like this mat. I got it at Ollie's and it was only $5. Instead of changing everything all the time, I can just wipe this up. It's nice and clean. And Ollie's has some really neat stuff. Okay. I believe we got that. Now, with what we had left, we are going to pour a couple of the small hearts. We want to start making our little Christmas trinkets. Pouring around. Shake, 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 huh? Shake, shake, Sonora. Shake it all the time. It's so quiet in here when you're crafting, but that's the fun of it. Okay, and there you have it. See if I can't get enough of this out of here. We'll add some. Okay. All right, and there's our hearts. Now, we have some new ones tonight, and thanks to Joe Rice, we're going to give this one a shot. So we're going to take our brown, and this is a little owl. And Joe had some molds, and we thought we would try to mold a couple of them and see what they look like. So I'm going to take our brown here. I think I might add just a tad bit of orange to it. Let me stir it. I don't want it a real dark owl, but owls are almost like a fall color, so squeeze in a drop of orange and stir that in too. And maybe a tad bit more brown in there because I didn't get quite enough brown. And we're just using Friendly Ego acrylic paints. Okay, and we're going to get our spritz out because these are molds we haven't used before. And so we're just going to spray inside. Alrighty. And then we're going to pour. And we're going to pour her up to the top. Squeezing just a little bit. Making sure there's no bubbles. And there we go. And we'll sit her up here to dry. All right. And we can pour some more little turtles. Let me get some of this dumped in a smaller cup. It's so much easier to do. Remember, you don't want to take it everywhere, and then it'll run into your other colors. Scrape that on across there. Bad aim today. Oh, that was terrible. Guys, don't do what I did. Let's get this off of here. Okay, we're just making a mess all the way around. So, all right, and on the rest of this, I'm going to go ahead and pour this into the pumpkins. Pumpkins are normally orange, but we're going to pour some brown ones. There's 1, 2. We're making a mess while we do this, guys. Tell it's not my day to work. I guess everybody has their day. But I needed to relax a little bit, and to me my resin and my crafting is a very relaxing thing, and I love doing it. Okay, now that one is gone, and we will finish pouring off the small one. Yep, don't overfill them, but you want just enough it'll run into the stem. But for some reason this table is not very level anymore. Alrighty. Let's just get that scraped over here out of the way. Then we don't have all that excess resin floating around. There we go. All right. We're going to put our brown pumpkins over here. Okay. I'm going to wipe here. And we're just going to clean this up real quick. And we'll get the next one ready. Be right back. All right, and we are back. Now, we are going to do this. It's a skull and roses, and I am going to try to do it in a rainbow collage, and I want to see how it turns out, if I can get it to affect the colors of the roses and to change the the skulls up a little bit. So I'm just not going to have to talk today, I guess. So if you're ready, we're going to do this one with a deep pour because it is longer. So we're using Famo Wood Glaze Coat. And this here works really well on deep pours. And I just pour this, and here's B, 50-50. There we go. About half and half. And then we're going to grab our popsicle stick and stir it up, guys. getting along the edges and making sure you get everything out of the bottom of it. This stirring by hand sometimes, it wears your fingers out, but this is lots of fun. I love making things. Okay, you want to let that sit a minute, and while we do that, we're going to add some color. So to our cup, I'm just going to put some purple in this one. And they're just regular acrylic paints. And I'm going to put some white in this one. There we go. And some blue in this one. And some green in this one. And one more. I think one more, guys. I think I want to put some dark blue. Okay. And we're going to divide that up between our cups. I'm just going to pour it in the cup. You can do that without making a mess here. I've been messy all day. Alrighty. There we go. Now we'll take our toothpicks, popsicle sticks, and we're just going to stir these colors in really good. This purple is very pretty. I like this color. All right. And then the white. You want to get in the bottom of it really good. You got to just twist that stuff up in there. There's our white. And then we're going to get our blue. This is our light blue, neon blue. That is pretty. I like that too. Okay, and then our green. And then our dark blue. Running out of room over here, guys. Okay. Just love these colors. And we're going to start with a little bit of the purple in the tip. We're going to pour it in. And then we're going to pour some white. Oops. Make a mess again. Then we're going to pour some blue. Then we're going to pour some green. Then we're going to pour some white. We're going to pour some dark blue. Then we're going to pour some purple. And we're going to pour some white. then some blue, then some green, then some dark. And there you have it. That baby is full, and we're going to move her over here so she will sit level. Okay, let me add a little white on top of that. And we'll let her set up. And then, with what we have, we're going to take and pour a blue mold into our heart wall. Use our little picker. Oh, it went on down. And then we're going to pour a purple one. They're going to be pretty. I love neon colors. All right, there's that one. A white turtle in here. There we go. Okay, now with the colors that we have left, we're going to drip out some little butterflies. There's a couple little white ones in there. There's a blue one in there. Oh, don't run them together. Okay. A green one. These things are so tiny that it is very hard to pour these butterflies. I mean, they are no bigger than my pinky, guys, the fingernail of my pinky. There we go. Okay. Now I'll do some blue on the end. They're just going to be a mixture of all colors, aren't they? That's all right. That'll work. Okay. Now, now we're going to take the rest of it and we're going to finish pouring our skull. And so this little guy here, we have these little stickers. And so when he's all done, we're going to try to put one on the forehead. I could probably put it inside, but I'm not quite sure about that. So we're just going to pour the blue in. Scraping it out. Then we're going to pour some white. Just a little bit. We're going to go back in and pour the rest of the green. I'm going to pour some purple. Then some blue. I'm going to go back in here with some more white. I think I'm going to drop some more blue in here. Okay, put some more blue in there, guys. I like this blue. It is really pretty. Okay, and then we'll do some more green. Topping that one off. And then we're going to pour some dark blue. And some purple. Then we're going to pour in the rest of our white. Okay. Then we're going to pour some more blue. And we're going to clean it out. I need a bigger popsicle stick here. All right. Running all this down here. Messy, messy. Can tell I've been off my feet a couple days, girls. Okay, and then we're going to put the last of the blue in. Trying not to make an awful mess, but we are. All right. Now we're going to mix up just a little bit more white and top that off. Add in just a little, not a lot. About half and half. And then we're going to dump in our white. I'm going to do with the white. We're just going to stir this up really good. Now what I'm going to do is just lightly scrape this stuff up and brush it in there real quick. And I'm going to wipe her down again. All right, then we're going to pour the white in. Just enough to get it to the very, very end. And there we have it. All righty. Now, as long as she don't explode, we are good. Okay. And then for the last of it, we're going to take and put some blue in here. And then we're going to dump all this glitter, blue glitter, in here, making it really thick. take our popsicle stick and stir that blue and that glitter in there and let this turn nice and pretty blue. And now we are going to pour Deb another coaster. Yeah, I guess we could leave it sit right there. We'll put it here. All right. And we're just going to pour that in there. She's got a little bit of a purple tint too. Oh God, that's pretty. Just like that. All right, sorry about that. And then that is our pours for today. So tomorrow we will be demolding to see how our owl turned out and get some eyes on him and see how our skull turned out and get a diamond on his head. And then we will be working on demolding Santa and making some more Christmas ornaments. And then we will be working on the rest of Deb's coasters because that one there is going to be really light for Deb. It's not going to turn out too well. Deb wants blue. So, and then that is it. You guys have a good day. And thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel and come back and see me. Thank you. Bye-bye.